Rashi in our Parsha Shmos, quotes an incredible interaction that takes place based on the Gemara in Brachos between Hashem and Moshe Rabbeinu. As Hashem is trying to convince Moshe to take upon himself the mantle of leadership, to be the one, to be the shaliach, to be the messenger, to be God's agent, to take the Jewish people out of Mitzrayim, out of their slavery and their oppression. So Hashem tries to convince Moshe that he's the right person for the job. And Moshe pushes back. Moshe says, no. He starts to give reasons. I can't speak the right way, and then no one's going to listen to me. He doubts himself. And so Hashem tries to really reassure Moshe that indeed he is the right person. So Moshe at one point says to Hashem, well, say I do this. Say I go to the Jewish people, as you tell me, I go to the elders in Egypt, in Mitzrayim, and I say to them, Hashem, the God of your forefathers, has sent me to be the messenger to help take you out of Mitzrayim. And they may say to me, well, we don't know. Who is this God? What's this God's name? So Hashem responds to Moshe with the following words. Hashem says to him, Vayomer Elokim el Moshe, Ehyeh asher ehyeh. My name, I shall be as I shall be. Vayomer kosomar livnei Yisrael, Ehyeh shlachani alechem. If the people ask you, who sent you? Just tell them, I shall be Ehyeh. So why is it in the beginning of the Pasuk, Hashem refers to himself as Ehyeh asher ehyeh? And at the end of the Pasuk, Hashem refers to himself only as Ehyeh? What is that about? So Rashi quotes the Gemara by saying as follows. When Hashem says, Ehyeh asher ehyeh, Ehyeh imam b'tzara zos, I will be with them during this difficult time, this tzara, asher ehyeh imam b'shibud sha'ar malchios, as I will be with them in the future, when they are sent out into exile, in their challenges and the difficulties in the future, I will be with them there, just like I'm here with them now. So Moshe questions Hashem, and only Moshe, who had a relationship with Hashem of panim el panim, face to face, kavyochol. Moshe says to Hashem, Amar lefanav Ribbono shel olam, ma ani maskir lehem tzara acheres. Why am I describing to the Jewish people, why am I saying to them, when they ask me, who are you? Why am I saying that you will be with them in this tzara and this difficulty, just like you will be with them in the future difficulties? They're not worried, they're not concerned, they're not thinking about the future. That's too much for them to think about. They're thinking about now, right now, the tzara, the challenge they're going through at this moment. So what does Hashem respond to Moshe? Amar lo, Yafeh amarta. Hashem says to Moshe, Moshe, you know what? You're right. You said the right thing. Therefore, go to Bnei Yisrael and say to them, Ehyeh shlachani alechem. Meaning, the HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, I will be there with you now. So Moshe convinces Hashem that the Jewish people should be told to worry about now, the tzara, the challenge they're facing now, and not about the future. And I think this has an incredible application to our lives. The fact of the matter is at some point in our lives, we struggle. We go through challenges which seem to be very difficult. And hopefully we turn to Hashem and we ask Hashem to be there with us through that challenge. And sometimes it's very hard for us to see. Sometimes it's very hard for us to feel, but we try. We try to feel Hashem's hand resting on our shoulder when we're in a tzara, when we're in a difficulty. And Hashem says to Moshe, Moshe, you're right. When a person is going through a challenge, they can't think about other challenges, other difficulties that will happen tomorrow or next week or next month or next year. They have to focus on what's going on with them right now. And how many times in our lives where we have so much anxiety about the future, it's hard for us to garner the strength just to deal with today. And just as an example, a person who is going through an illness, how are they feeling today? It's not about tomorrow, it's not about next week, it's not about next month. It's not about the long-term prognosis, it's about the prognosis for today. How am I feeling? Or a person who's going through a financial struggle, Am I able to provide for my family today? Am I able to make dinner tonight? What's going to happen in the long run? HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God runs the world. And so a powerful lesson that we're given by HaKadosh Baruch Hu via Moshe Rabbeinu is that we need to focus on today, and not worry about tomorrow. And I'm not suggesting that we be naive and that we don't prepare ourselves on some level for tomorrow. Of course we have to be responsible. But we cannot allow ourselves to become paralyzed by all of the questions that we have about tomorrow, that we're not able to function and live life today. May we heed this message and indeed merit to have Hashem with us through the difficult challenges that we all ultimately go through as part of life. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.